Well, we got two great guests in studio today as we focus on Shelton, brought to you by our community credit union. Mark Ziegler and Jordan Krumpols are in studio. Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Thanks for coming on the air.
Our pleasure. Thanks for having us.
Mark, why don't you introduce us to Jordan?
Absolutely. Well, I guess a little background with the formation of the Metropolitan Park District back in 2011. The goal was to provide a greater level of service to our community, not only in parks but recreation services. It's taken us to 2018 to be able to fill a position of recreation coordinator at the city of Shelton.
You're just looking for the right one.
That's right, exactly right. So Jordan's been on the job for 2 weeks now, as of yesterday, I think, or Tuesday.
Yeah.
Right, 2 weeks in filling in as recreation coordinator. So the intent is to provide more recreation programs, take over what I was doing before, essentially for the last 25 years, so I can dedicate my time into community development a little more. Manage the civic center operations, park scheduling, facility use, arts commission, and anything else that comes up as us recreation people do. We do a lot of various tasks throughout our careers, but Jordan's a local product, went to Western Washington, came back to Shelton, and we're really happy to have her here. So
Very cool. Well, welcome.
Thank you.
What did you study at Western?
Recreation, actually.
Hey, that works
Community.
out
My
perfect.
emphasis was in community-based, so exactly pretty much what I'm doing right now.
That's awesome.
Very cool.
That is awesome. What are some of the potential new ideas that you're thinking about for spring, summer, and then into the fall and winter programs? I know there's been a great staple of recreation and class activities for folks. You want to just build off some of those traditions, or what are you thinking?
We're probably going to build off some of the traditions a little bit. My goal is to run 2 new sports adult leagues in the fall, winter time, and then possibly in spring, maybe bring in a couple new dance classes again. We used to do those in the past, so try to bring some of those back and see if we can get more. The goal is to try to get more people outside of Shelton to come here and get more plus our community, make programs grow a little bit.
Yeah.
Cool.
Start utilizing some of the great facilities we have here.
Yes.
Bringing people in to offer unique experiences, because that's what everybody's talking about now. It's getting out and experiencing things.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yes.
We've talked about sports tourism a little bit as an opportunity in this community. Jeff, you just said we have great facilities. MCRA is a great baseball, softball facility. We have the highest ranked public disc golf course in the region here.
I've played disc golf. That's
all right.
fun.
Yeah.
Well, what's the weather? I gotta find. I found my discs the other day.
Did
We were
you?
cleaning out
Okay,
something.
yeah, you gotta
I'll
have
put
your
them in the
discs.
car. We'll go head up
Very
there.
cool.
So, we've got some new gyms going to our schools. We have some opportunities to bring people into this community, have them come visit, have them spend their money here, provide those opportunities, and really kind of buoy the economy here through recreation. And that's something we're looking at and really want to help provide and bring to our community.
Brings a good
Very
point
nice.
in. You have a ball tournament, a soccer tournament, baseball tournament, fast pitch tournament, whatever. Each one of those families, they have to eat food. They have to stay here throughout the day, depending on how well their kid does and the scheduling. And so they could be here spending 100, if not more, bucks in our economy. And then at the end of the day, I'll see you next year.
Correct.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, exactly.
Bring that money next time.
Absolutely right. Yeah, and I think there's things that could, and they might come back. They might visit
Right.
the area, come back and spend some time, in Shelton or around the canal area or something like that, and could continue to buoy our economy
fall in
and
love
help
and
us
move
out.
here.
Right.
Very cool.
Potentially, yeah.
Get that restaurant at the pier.
What-
We're good to go.
There you go.
What kind of partnerships are you looking at through the school districts? You mentioned the gyms there, the school districts. Also, there's the Transit Community Center, which has got a huge opportunity for recreational activities, stuff like that.
Actually, I was just talking to my mom about this partnership stuff last night. I want to eventually, hopefully within the next year, do some outdoor recreation, because we're in some nice area. We're right on the waterfront. We got nice hiking areas.
Yeah.
So I want to try to get hold of this Skokomish tribe and partner with them and do some outdoor rec with them, and
very
hopefully
nice.
partner up with that.
Yeah.
That'd be really
and get
cool.
some new sports tourism and that side of things. Do some outdoor rec with that.
Very cool.
So that's something that I want to try to do within the next year.
your purview too over like the Huff and Puff Trail and all that stuff. So that's people are still heading up there and enjoying
right.
that area.
Yeah.
And that's right next to that disc golf course.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
we want to provide for our local community too, and that's part of it. Part of the MPD, the Metropolitan Park District, was to enhance and build future facilities too for our own community. We have Eagle Point that's undeveloped down on Oakland Bay.
Mm-hmm.
We have a neighborhood park site up by Terrace Heights, and so we want to address those over time as well, and bring continue to maintain Neelan Park and Callahan Park and Loop Field and the popular facilities that we have now, and address those through that funding that the MPD has provided, because a well-maintained park is a safe park, and it's parks that people will visit, and the more people using them for positive purposes tends to drive out some of the negative purposes that sometimes we see in parks as well. So it's a total package.
We've had 2 conversations on the air today about events happening at Neelan Park. The plant sale for the Master Gardeners is this weekend, and then before you know it, it'll be Relay for Life. How is the dog park doing up there? It's been a year now, if not a little more.
A little more, yeah. Good. It's a good amenity for the community. We were there a week or so ago, and had a meeting with a class from Choice that wants to do a little project down there. So the Cap 21 Industrial Arts program wants to do a dog water station down there. So they're going to do something creative and not just stick a bowl in the ground.
Yeah.
So we're working with them. But while we were there, late afternoon, I think there was 4 or 5 people that came through with their dogs, in the middle of the day, and it's receiving its wear and tear, which means it's being used.
Yeah.
The grass is being tore up, and it's a little dirty, but that's kind of what and it really has proven to be too small. Actually, it could be bigger.
Sure.
And that's something we would look at in the future, is how we can create a larger dog park, have a small dog, big dog area that might segregate those and make people feel more comfortable, and dogs feel more comfortable.
Seen those around.
Yeah. So in the future,
Cool.
that's where we go. But right
Because
now,
those
it serves
little
its purpose.
dogs are going to go after those big ones.
They do. They always do. They don't know what size
always
they
do.
are.
They don't.
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
I love that.
Very nice. Summer programs, fall programs. You're going to be coming in and talking about those then, as people be able to sign up. Cool.
Yep.
Well, very
Very
neat.
nice.
Brochure's at the printer now, right?
It is at the printer. Hopefully
so for
by
summer.
the end of next week or the following, they'll be out
Okay.
and
Oh,
ready to go
cool.
for everyone.
Well, then
Very
we'll probably
cool.
have you back on to talk about some of those
Yeah.
highlights.
Yeah.
Cool.
Definitely.
Well, nice to meet you, Jordan. Mark,
you.
always good talking with you. And we
Likewise.
Focus
Yeah,
on
congratulations.
Thank you.
Shelton this week and every week, brought to you by our Community Credit Union.